everybody and welcome to a little unboxing video for you guys. So as by the title suggests, we're going to be unboxing the Tech Priest Dominus. That's right guys, the Adeptus Mechanicus Tech Priest Dominus for the Cult Mechanicus Codex. So I've wanted this guy for a little while just because he looks really cool. Ever since I kind of saw like the concept stuff on him and saw, you know, some of the early pictures of him and stuff, I was like, oh my god, this guy looks amazing. And we're going to have a look at what you get for your £22. That's right guys, I purchased this legitimately through Games Workshop. But anyway, let's crack him open and see what we have. First of all, we'll talk a little bit about this Tech Priest Dominus as I try and feebly open this box. He is a weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 5 character, so he's pretty good in, he's alright in combat, and he's pretty good at shooting. Strength 4, toughness 4, so he's Space Marine, he can go toe-to-toe with a Space Marine, essentially. 3 wounds, which is good to see from a HQ choice. You don't like HQ choices that have 2 wounds. He also has Initiative 3, he has 2 attacks in close combat, which is a bit meh, but if you look at the state of him, he looks kind of old and decrepit, so he's, you know, going to be not that great in combat. Leadership 9, and he has a 2+ armor save as well as some special rules, which we'll go and look at in a second. So, it's a 2 sprue kit by the looks of it, in the new little blisters that you get. You get the a little set of instructions on the back and stuff here, and you actually get his stats here as well. This is new. I mean, I've never bought one of these like blisters before, so it could be that's been the case for a while, but I've never noticed that. Base wise, it's standard 40mm base. Is that a 40mm? Is that a standard 40mm base? I can't tell anymore with the bloody Games Workshop changing all the base sizes. Yeah. It's a 40mm base. On the website it says 50mm. That's really weird. Maybe this is just one that was shipped with a 40mm, which I don't mind. So other little bits, it's a 2 sprue kit, which is quite cool. Quite a big imposing model this is, considering how big it is. Although, really, 20... You see, this is where I have an issue, guys. 22 quid for 2 sprues. It's a little bit meh. But anyway, we're going to bring it up and have a little look at some of the pieces on the sprue. So, he comes with 2 head options. First head options is this one here, which a lot of people are calling the Tech Pope. We also have some little tanks and stuff on his back. His main torso is pretty nicely detailed. You've got a lot of this nice detailed cloak, got some Chondrites coming on around here. We've also got, what else do we have? We've got those to the other side of it, and then we have what looks like, I'm not sure what this part is. That might be some part of underneath part of his cloak. So on the next sprue, we have a little bit more weaponry and stuff like that. We've got his standard Tech Priest Power Axe going on here, which is pretty cool. I mean, the detail on it is absolutely lovely. All the little rivets and stuff, and even the details on the Tech Priest's, the Dominus's hands and things. We've got his power pack there. We've got what looks like a phosphor pistol. Love these arms, guys. Just look how detailed his arms are. They're absolutely fantastic. In fact, I wonder if there's a little bit of a better way which I can show you guys the detail and stuff. Hold on, let me just shift this camera a little bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's probably going to be a little bit less less blurry for you guys now with the movement and stuff. So, other things that it looks like we get a Volkite blaster. That's right guys, Volkites seem to be making a comeback, or making an entrance should I say, into 40k, which is pretty cool. Now, we also have an Eradication Ray. Now, this is cool. This is what I'm going to be kitting my Dominus out with, because it's like the Eradication Beamer on the Dune Crawler, in which it is different strength profiles and different weapon profiles depending on varied range, which is pretty nice to see. We have what looks like something else from that hangs off the cloak as well, which is pretty cool. We got the other head. This is the head that I think I'll be using. I'm not really a big fan of a Detecapulpa face. So you got that there. Fossil Pistol, you got this really cool, this really detailed servo skull. In fact, we'll see if we can just zoom in on that and get a little bit more detail. Got this fantastically detailed servo skull there, which is really cool. And other little bits of it. Have I missed anything on the detail? Ah, yeah, we have his other arm. Now, this arm is really cool. I like this because he's got a cane. And it just makes it look a little bit, just a little bit more decrepit, but at the same time a little bit more technological. It's really, really cool, and obviously the Volkite or the Eradication Ray goes in that way, which is really, really cool. The packaging is a little bit deceiving as well, because it looks like you get a scenic base on there, where in actual fact you do not. But anyway, I'm sure you guys want to see this built, so I will go away and I will build it. So see you guys in a second. Right, well, I've been away, guys. I've built him. And, without further ado, here he is. Some of these bits are just tacked on, just so you know, guys, because I'm not certain on the final positions and things. Mainly because I want to paint them separately, because there's an awful lot of detail on this miniature, and because it is quite an odd shape, it's going to be hard to get into the little nooks and crannies, so I've left this arm off here, I've left the servo skull, and then this little pistol arm off here as well. A couple of things about this miniature. He was a bit of a pain with mould lines. There's a lot of mould lines on his cloak, on his robes going down, which was the first little nitpick that I have about it. So if you don't like cleaning mould lines off, well, it's a bit tough shit, guys. You're going to have to with this one. Also, another thing is base, because he's quite... well, he takes up quite a lot of surface area, as you guys can see. Painting his base and actually basing him is going to be a bit of a challenge. So what I've done, I've only lightly glued him on so I can break him off when he's painted and then finish off the rest of the base. Other little nitpicks, this model is going to be notoriously fragile, I think, because of the amount of spindly bits, the amount of spiky bits, and the amount of sticky up bits, and the fact that it's a really, really odd shape as well. It's going to need to go in somewhere where there's going to be a lot of protection for it, so prime location in your hobby case, I would recommend. Another thing, the gun here, this is the Eradication Ray. Now, I did muck about with the Volkite gun for a little bit, and this fit pretty much perfectly. However, the Eradication Ray will take some clipping to actually go on there, guys, just so you know and you are forewarned about that. Other than that, it is a beautifully detailed miniature. Is it £22 worth of beautiful? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he's pretty big and pretty imposing. I mean, in regards to sizing comparison, here he is against the Terminator. He's bigger than a Terminator, guys, as you guys can well see. And in regards to other sizing, do I have anything else that I can put next to him? I don't have any generic Space Marines. No generic Space Marines about, so you have to make do with a Terminator. He's a lot... oh, shit, the bed. Nearly dropped him then. He's a lot bigger than a Terminator. In almost every way, he's taller, he's a little bit wider, he's got more surface area and just a lot more detail. Let's pop him back on the shelf over there. Other couple of things about this guy. I'll give you his breakdown basically of what he can have and things. So his weapon options, he can have either a Volkite blaster or an Eradication beamer. I chose the Eradication beamer because of the variable profile on its stat line, which is pretty good. He can replace his macro stubber with a phosphor pistol. Now, a phosphor serpenter, I just call it a phosphor pistol just because I can't be asked pronouncing things. I've gone with the macro stubber because it shoots 5. Speaking of other little things as well, the spare bits you get the phosphor pistol. I'm possibly going to use that on a Skitarii Alpha because the arm just looks really cool because it's all metal. I've shown you the Volkite gun, and you also get the Pope head as well. I'm the Mecha the Pope. I'm Mecha Pope. I'm charged the Mecha Godzilla. Don't know what I even said then, but anyway. So other options that it can have. He can take a Special Issue War Gear and the Arcana Mechanarum, which is basically the Mechanicus Relics stuff. Other little bits and bobs about this guy has a pretty sick rule, which is going to make him very, very tricky to deal with. He has a thing called Master of Machines, and well, he should. Essentially, what he can do, on a 2+, if he's in base contact with a vehicle, he can restore a hull point or a weapon destroyed. And it's pretty crazy. Now, not only can he do that, if you're not near a vehicle, say you're getting a bit dog-eared, say you've only got 1 wound left out of 3, you can actually go on a 2+, yeah, I'm going to regenerate a wound. Why? What the fuck? That's just crazy. So it's basically like a better version of the... oh, what's that rule? Shit. Fuck. Bellend my arse. I can't remember what the rule is. It will not die. It's kind of like that, but better, because it does on a 2+, which is really, really cool. Now, this character can be made even more immortal by giving him what's called a stasis field. Now, this, when he goes to ground, incurs him a 2+ invulnerable, which is pretty crazy. He has a refractor field, so you think he has a 4+ invulnerable as it is, but all in all, a very, very tough cookie, which is really, really good. He's definitely going to be very, very at home in my Mechanicus and my Dark Mechanicus list, because let's face it, guys, he looks very dark as it is. He's very grimdark, exceptionally grimdark. Let's just zoom in on a little bit of detailing on his face. Come on, guys, you cannot say that is not grimdark. Look at all the freaking tubes and things. Absolutely bonkers. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked this, leave a comment in the doobly-doo down below. Also, like, favourite, and subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed before. And also, guys, give this video a share. Let's see how far we can get it to go around. A share would be really, really cool. And also, don't forget to check out the Facebook group and the Tumblr. Links are in the doobly-doo down below. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you now, and goodbye.